You remember the Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah, with that invisible bitch and flame on and shit.
Thing. My looks just like the Thing.
I have not done a review on the Marvel Collector Corps in a very long time. I canceled my Smuggler's Bounty. I would have canceled DC Legion of Collectors if they hadn't canceled themselves already. And it's mostly because the Powered by Funko bi-monthly boxes for the past year and a half or so have just been disappointment, really. I already know what's inside of this box because Funko has gotten so popular that it's pretty much impossible to avoid spoilers now. But I am going to try to be very fair. I don't like to pretend that everything that Funko makes is hella cool, but I'm also not one of those shitheads that thinks everything sucks. I like to be fair. First up, the box. Pretty cool looking, I don't really care, but it's a sturdy box. You can keep it, use it for your trinkets and shit. It's not bad. Card. Classic. Shirt. 2 pops. It's what should come in these boxes. So far, so good. We get a Dr. Doom pin, which looks very good. It looks high quality, and it feels heavy for its size. You know, for a while, they decided to get rid of the pins, and I thought that was a very dumb move because besides the pops, the pins is what's most collectible. What does suck, though, is that they don't look like what the original pins look like. But they do have a Popeyes Dr. Doom head. So if they're going to change it, it's nice that it's at least in the Funko Pop style. And we get a Human Torch sticker, which honestly is probably the cheapest thing they can put in these boxes is a sticker. Like, the only thing cheaper than this is like a discount code or something like that for like a future box. But at least it's on like clear plastic. So if you're going to stick this on something, you know, you don't have this big white space in there. It does have this like trademark on there, so that's going to look dumb. I wouldn't put this ever on anything. I guess this is definitely something you just give a little kid. Definitely not something you'd put in a collector's box. Better to just leave this out entirely. I don't think anybody would miss it. Like, I don't think anybody would sit there and go, you know what? This box right now, it's a 9 out of 10. But if it had a sticker in there, 10 out of 10. The shirt is okay. They try to be clever adding that 4th of July on the right there. I like that it's in color and that it's the pop forms of them. But if they're going to try to do this, make it look like an actual comic book cover. I think the coolest shirt they ever did was the Hulk's first appearance. Or I don't know if it's the first appearance, but it's the one where it's Bruce Banner on the front and Hulk behind him. I think that was a really cool shirt. That one looks cool. I wouldn't wear this one out in public, just around the house, because it just doesn't look that cool. Like, Reed Richards' face looks pretty lame. I don't know. Just not that cool of a shirt. First pop is the Human Torch. And at first it looks just like the common, but his hand is a little different. And he glows in the dark. Box looks to be in very good shape. Mint condition, so the way they packed them seems to have held up for the condition of the box. Here he is out of the box. And yeah, it's a cool looking pop. If you've seen the common, you've seen this one. So I'm going to pull the common out. It's hard to tell on camera, but the common has a more intense, brighter red. And of course, since the fire on this one is glow in the dark, it can't be translucent. And honestly, I think the common looks better. I just like the way he looks in the pose. And I like the translucent flames. Yeah, this one glows in the dark, so that's cool. Like, so if you have a black light in your pop room, this one's going to stand out pretty nicely. Even though this tends to catch it as well. So if you already have the common, this is disappointing to get in this box. Like, I would rather have anything else than this. If I didn't have this one, then this one would be nice. But I think the common just looks better. Like, this looks like blonde hair on him instead of flames. Like, to me, that's what it looks like. This looks more like flames. this looks better than this, but if you're a sucker for glow in the dark, or I shouldn't say sucker, if you love glow in the dark, then you're probably gonna love this one better. Just, you know, to me, it just depends on whether you have this one or not, pretty much, which doesn't make a good exclusive. The second pop is Mr. Fantastic, and it's very similar to the common as well. It's the same situation. It's just a very slight variant of the common. The box seems to be in pretty good shape, except for where they had put the pin on the side, or I don't know if the pin just slipped and fell to the side, but it was on the side in my box. There are a couple of little dents. Not sure if you can really pick it up, but there was one right here and another one over here. Very minor, and there is some like scraping here, slight little bend there. Nothing where I would call this a damaged box. I would say a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Very, very slight. A lot of people wouldn't even notice that. Here is Reed Richards out of the box. And I'm going to straight away compare him to the common because, yeah, body is completely different mold, but it just looks very, very similar. I think if they were going to make Reed Richards with just like a different stretchy pose, they needed to go way more wild than just opening his hands up. They needed to like twist them around, have, you know, like have this body be completely twisted, have one hand like wrapping around maybe, go really elaborate with it. You know, this is like for collectors. This to me is pretty lame. Like if this was just a store exclusive somewhere and this was the common, like would you really care which one you got? Like, or if the stickers were swapped either way, like it wouldn't matter. These are so similar that it's just kind of a waste. I think both of the pops in this box were just a waste. Another thing I noticed when I was putting Mr. Fantastic back in the box is that the Marvel Collector Core pop doesn't have this insert behind him that has the 4. It's just missing it, and so is Human Torch. So that doesn't make your pops kind of match up either with your commons. And it's a small thing, but that's pretty cheap and kind of annoying. Alright, time for the rating. Me personally, I think that this box is garbage. The t-shirt is okay. I like that they went full color with it, but the design could be so much better than that. And I'm not a big fan of that baby blue color either. The sticker, that's nothingness. The pin, I like. The 2 pops are insulting. The people that are the biggest fans are the ones that go out and buy the pops when they're first released. So people that are out there going, oh, awesome, they're making some really great Fantastic Four pops. That's my favorite superhero team. And maybe sign up for Marvel Collector Core because it's Fantastic Four. And then they're going to get this shit. 2 pops that are basically the same thing as the ones they already have. So from that aspect, as somebody that's actually a fan of these characters, that's a Funko Pop collector, this box, I'm going to give it like a 2 out of 10 because it has a cool pin in it and it has a shirt that I can wear to bed because it's thin and stretchy and it's not something that I'm going to wear out. And that's it. These pops are completely redundant and that's actually the whole point of the box. Everything else doesn't matter if the pops are good, especially if there's 2 of them in there. 2 decent pops, perfect. Or even just 1 really, really good pop and 1 decent shirt, that's fine. This right here is a 2 out of 10 from me. Now looking at it from somebody that isn't a big, huge pop collector, they just have Marvel Collector Core because it's just kind of fun, it's mysterious. They don't follow social media, so it's still a surprise. For them, if they don't have these characters already, this box is closer to like an 8 out of 10, maybe a 10 out of 10 for some because they don't have these characters. And the shirt is kind of like a bonus because yeah, these boxes are $30. And now that they're on Amazon, the shipping is free. So 2 exclusive pops, $15 a piece, not bad. The rest of the stuff is a bonus. So yeah, I'm of 2 minds with this box. Funko is just teaching the consumer to wait and not buy their common pops because now the double dipping is just making me feel like a fucking chicken nugget.